I just sent a link to a spreadsheet if you guys want to take a look
Hello
at it.
and welcome to Midwest Motorsports. This is Midwest Motorsports' very first Indy 500. We are live as cars are gridded up. I'm James J. I'm joined with two of my favorite, I'm not supposed to play favorites, but two of our Midwest Motorsports League members, Mark Cochran and Michael Harris. Mark and Michael. Hope everybody's doing great tonight. So we're still working on some technical difficulties. I'm going to continue to work on these while we do the best we can with the cameras to give you the timing tower on the left. So all the cameras are right now are just being controlled by iRacing. I have some control over overlays, but we do want to bring the racing to you. So we are live. I'm going to continue to work on it. Maybe we can do the best we can with calling the action that we see. I'm not going to be able to do replays or anything like that yet. I'll continue to work on it, but looks like Walker McNulty in the red and white Husky car has put it on pole. How about that? Mark and Michael, how are you guys doing today? Mark, I'll let you go first since you won the truck race last night. Are you still living on cloud nine over there? How are you doing tonight, Mark?
Yeah, I'm still at that nine. I'm still recovering from the victory celebrations that I had. Um, no, I think tonight will be an exciting race, and watching Midwest Motorsports first Indy 500, exciting time. We can create our own greatest spectacle on iRacing.
Yeah, right on. Well, Michael Harris, how are you doing tonight, man? What do you think we're going to see at Indy? As looks like Barney's stays on the track. So we're going to do another. Oh, no, he goes.
Nope,
All right,
car's
going to
off.
the two wide. So it's different from Indy three wide. Michael, I'll be right with you. I'll try to call the start of the race as Walker McNulty leads them down. They're tight, and we are green. They go across the yard of bricks, and Walker McNulty winds up and leads out lap one. I see we got Eric Thaler in here, Justin Thaler. We got two Thalers. John Aslan, Aaron Holroyd puts it in P4. Michael Odell, Jason Phillips, Ryan Sargent, Ben Litherland, all the way across the pond. Welcome to racing with us, Ben Litherland.
Oh, we got some
Glad you
wrecking
could
on the
call a race
backstretch
with
there.
Ben. I haven't seen Ben in a race yet. So far, everybody's clean. So I think they got four. Oh, we're yellow. We got four sets of tires. Now I'll introduce you, Michael. What do you think we're going to see tonight, Michael?
Well, we're definitely going to see some high-speed action out here. That's for sure. It's a pleasure to be here, and well, it's we got 20 guys out here today, ready to race, and looking forward to it.
Yeah, right on. Do either of you guys have experience in the Dallara? I think it's the DW18, right?
Yes, it's the Dallara 18, IR 18, and no, I had to buy it for this event.
Oh,
I've had a
wow, right
few
on.
experiences.
Mark, have you
Um,
driven the IndyCar around?
I haven't driven the IndyCar 500, so to speak, but I've got participated in a league in Australia here where we use the Dolaras in our own fixed IndyCar series. It's a bit of a handful. It's a bit of a car that you need to have an understanding of, otherwise you'll end up in the wall or off track.
Yeah, try to avoid the wall, Mark. I
Yes, try
think
to
you got
avoid
in
the
the wall
wall.
a couple of times last night. I could be wrong.
That was weight reduction. I needed to get rid of some weight and excess drag.
Right, right. You didn't need that extra
No,
layer of paint anyway.
no,
Looks like
the
this
black's
pace
heavy.
car seems to be a Mustang. I don't know if the oval car is also a Mustang. Pace
It
car.
is a Mustang.
All
Yes, it
good.
is a
Walker
Mustang.
McNulty's still your leader. Ian Bakaitis from the Road Series. Looks like he's in P2. If you don't know Ian Bakaitis, haven't heard that name before. I believe he's leading the points in the road division. There's two classes on the Road Series at Midwest Motorsports, Pro and Am. Ian Bakaitis is the leader of the Am division. Aaron Holroyd has moved up a spot.
So it looks like we had some contact there out in the corner between Eric Thaler, unfortunately, and
19th.
Ryan Sargent.
Oh, who's that? Ryan Sargent, the 8.
Yes, he's driving the 8 Hot Wheels machine. Looks like he was slowing up out of the corner to avoid hitting the wall, and Eric just wrong place, wrong time.
So they have 4 sets of tires. So I'm not sure exactly what your tire strategy would be, but I don't think you're going to be able to go a full fuel run without you have enough tires. So I think they're going to have to do maybe every other stop for tires.
Sounds like that might be the case with only 4 sets available.
Hopefully we'll be able to see if I can throw something else on the timing tower, some other stats. Really apologize for not having full camera control. This is a one-off race and just weren't fully expecting that. We'll be able to show some pit times later on, maybe the interval for now. Get both names up there. I like to call first and last names. Okay.
It'll be
Lights
interesting
are
to
out in
see
the
how
pace
the
car.
drivers take this safety car start.
Single fire restart, and they're off.
It's already been a gap to the leaders. It's a good jump, I thought. And the cars.
And we
fine,
got
and
them
there you
go,
wrecking
they're
right in
wrecking.
turn
car.
1.
And who was involved with that? That was, looks like Norm Schneider,
Michael Odell.
Michael Odell.
Just flipping around.
Oh no. Not looking good for Jelly Belly O'Delly.
Because just in these cars, the tyres are very cold, and if you don't get enough heat in them before that restart, they slip and slide.
For sure, and that's what it looks like happened right there. Coming out of 1, we had Norm Snyder just starting to lose it right in front of Odell.
Are they fast repairs in this race?
I believe 1 fast repair. I will confirm right now.
I think the strategy from here now, if you're at the front or you're in the middle, you just want to take it easy for the first half of the race. Avoid having to use that fast repair, save some tyres, save some fuel, because at the end of the race it's going to be to your benefit if you have more tyres in your bank, whereas those front runners are going to be pushing really hard, and you might be able to make up some spots later on.
Boy, these poor cars have had the beating already. Justin Taylor unable to keep it straight on turn 1 there.
Oh no.
He's driving with his nose dragging and one wheel bouncing. He's trying to not get a tow.
1 fast repair, 4 sets of tires, 20X is a DQ.
Certainly have some interesting liveries out here. Right now we've got Ian Bakaitis with his USAF gray, number 60. Right in front of him we got Walker McAnulty, and number 18, Husky Chocolate.
Always like Robert Sanders' liveries. They're very noticeable. It's a noticeable
Yes.
finding him on the track.
You always know
Can't
where
miss
that
the
number
tie-dye,
6
can
is.
you?
If you look closely, I don't know if it's on this one, but in his truck, there's a purple face on the side. I don't know if he's put a face on this IndyCar or not. It's a bit creepy when you're next to it.
Nope, certainly, if it's there, I can't see it from any angle. But he's got those purple neon type wheels.
And we already have some big losers on track positions. It's got Norm Schneider down 10 positions, according to the telemetry. Michael Odell down 10. They also have a big win with Andrew Miller up 9 positions. Still early days, 7 laps in. That could change drastically.
Absolutely. 200 laps, and we're, like you said, only 8 laps on the 8th lap here. I think
Lights are in
survival
safety
is...
car,
Sorry.
and they're starting. Multi off. They'll just need to take it easy on the start, get through 1 lap. No spinning, take it easy.
Holroyd getting into second, making a move for first. Neck and neck down the backstretch.
Done. Holroyd's in first position.
And will Walker be able to catch up on the front stretch? Looks like they give it to Holroyd. Holroyd getting the first lap lead here for him. New leader. And that might not be for long with Ian Bakaitis making the move. Three wide coming to the line. Look at this. They are not holding any punches at the early start.
Too wide, 2 by 2. Into the turn 3. Pushing really hard.
Walker has the lead coming back to the front stretch. Another position change. Are we looking at full wide? Trying.
Brave.
Aaron's back out in front again.
Holroyd's back in the lead, yes.
Oh, we got somebody on the wall at a turn 2. No caution. He is in
Ian
the grass.
Bacchus.
That was Ian Bacchus into the wall hard. He got some help there. It was bound to happen.
Pushing extremely hard.
3
They just
wide,
need to
4
settle
wide, and
down.
he's still green. That's Ben Litherland going inside Walker McNulty behind
there he
Aaron
goes.
Holroyd. Ben
Fields in the lead.
Litherland and Aaron Holroyd 2 wide through turn 1 and through turn 2. Headed down the back straight, side by side. It's Aaron Holroyd in front of this group, just in front of this group. Sorry, I don't have cameras. Ben Litherland
Battling hard.
and Aaron Holroyd still side by side going into the turn.
Walker just waiting in the wings.
Walker third. Yep, ready to pick up the pieces left. And we're watching Sean Happick, Robert Sanders in the tie-dye. Ben Litherland looking inside Aaron Holroyd into turn 1. Crossing the bricks again. Sorry, I don't have a lap count just yet.
We're at lap 14.
Still early. Litherland and Holroyd both want the lead and want to keep it. Doing a good job of racing side by side, leaving room for each other. It's Robert Sanders in the tie-dye with the pink wheels.
Here we go.
Once again, Litherland not content following anybody. Litherland and the black nose with the red.
They're going to give it to him.
Holroyd in the all black. On the outside of turn 1, battle for the lead. And fifth place, that's Trevor McLaughlin, just in front of Robert Sanders. But up front, it's Holroyd and Litherland still side by side. This is the third lap in a row. Walker McNulty sneaks around Litherland for second.
Oh, here comes Trevor right up into fourth.
Trevor McLaughlin in the yellow and light blue. Snakes his way into fourth. Holroyd blocks just like the real IndyCar racing that we'll see tomorrow. The real Indy 500. Trevor McLaughlin on the outside of McNulty now. Very brave with only 13 laps of track evolution for grip to be that wide already.
I will say we've been talking about big movers here. Big movers so far with Trevor McLaughlin right into third place from 15th. Andrew Miller is up right now. He's up at 8th or so out of 20th. Speaking of which, McLaughlin making a move here in the first two turns.
I like what Robert Sanders is doing. He's just sitting there behind everyone, saving fuel, conserving his tyres, not pushing too hard. I think you'll find in maybe 20 laps that these front runners are going to start struggling with their tyres a bit. That's where the likes of people who've been waiting are going to start attacking. Albert Williams is sitting back there, and I know he can be quite racy when he wants to.
Well, out of this group, Walker just set a personal fast lap, but Robert Sanders has the fastest time out of this top 6 group. Ben Litherland making the pass. Will it stick by the front stretch? It will not. Aaron gets another lap led. Ben thought he had it. Speaking of which, here comes Sanders. He's making a move up into third.
I'm just going to get second as well, Sanders. Easily. Or third, sorry.
Like you said, I bet he is loving this, every second of this, what he's seeing right in front of him. He's getting a draft.
Very wide. Looks like Sanders is going to get P2 here easily. Sanders P2, Littleton P3 now.
Aaron with another lap led, 20 laps in, 1/10 of the way there, folks. Here we go. Who's going to get it now? He doesn't have, he can't block both. And he'll still get another lap led. Aaron just making it count.
These front runners are pushing really hard up down the back with the like Norm Snyder, Michael O'Dell, and Justin Taylor. They're setting 40.3s, 40.2s. So these front runners are really holding each other up here. So they need to be careful about their gaps to those cars from behind.
And Ben Litherland gets another lap led. What are we on? Change number 4? Lead change? And Trevor McLaughlin looking at 3 wide.
Oh, looks like McLaughlin just rubbed that wall. Hopefully he has sustained damage.
And he's starting to fall off now. Aaron getting another lap led, another lead change.
Okay, we're under yellow flag again.
We'll see where that is. Ty Williams in the pit area. Looks like he lost it coming out of... Oh, here we go. Right out of turn 3.
If I'm a front runner, I don't know if we've got full IndyCar rules, but I'll be coming in to top up my fuel. Put yourself on an alternative strategy to those at the front.
Oh, that was Justin Taylor going a little bit below the white line there in turn 3, losing it and getting collected.
They're all coming into the pits. And I think that white car is potentially going to get a penalty for crossing that white line. upon pit entry. Who's that?
All right, we got everybody pitting now. See if I can get some pit times as they come out. So we'll see who takes tires, if anybody, or if it's just fuel only. The green is when they're on their way out. So it looks like everybody stopped about 8 seconds or so. Ty Williams is still in the pit for a repair. Oh no, it's like Justin and Eric Thaler are both out of the Midwest Motorsports Indy 500. So there's the pit stop times. Think anybody took tires? That's not enough time to take tires, right?
Oh, I don't think they would have taken tyres at this early stage. Longest pit stop there was Sean Happy at 10.47 seconds.
All right. Looks like Mike Todd is going to come on into the pits. Got himself a, well, actually didn't give himself a lap lead. Nickname Ricky Bobby. Speaking of tomorrow, did any of you guys catch practice at all?
For the ED.
Yes.
Does a fat baby fart? That's a yes. Indy practice was awesome. It's going to be an amazing race tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully the weather stays away.
Your predictions. Who's going to win the race?
Oh, that's a tough question. Tough question to answer.
I mean, Dixon put down pretty fast lap. He's past 10 years, 9 of them he's been in the top 4 in the final practice. Starting 21st though.
Be nice to see Scott McLaughlin win.
I figured you were going to say that, and I don't blame you. He's got the best starting spot for sure.
Green flag
the
waving.
fastest team. As we're restarting with Ben Litherland in the lead. Aaron Oldroyd right behind him. Top 3 have been status quo pretty much the whole race. Hard to bet against the Penske guys in the real Indy 500.
No, because too good. I reckon Scott McLaughlin will pull it out of the bag this year.
I'd love to see it. As long as they double check his ECU, make sure he's not using the push to pass when nobody else is. We'll be okay. Look at Robert Sanders. Aaron Olroy's taking the lead. Robert Sanders is following him past Ben Litherland and sleds up right in front of Ben. Battle for the lead. Continue.
He's going to try to make a move here on the backstretch. Oh, Aaron! Losing it there in turn 4.
And he's into the pits. Oh, he's got left front damage for sure.
Robert Sanders gets his first lap lead, or second lap lead. Let's figure out what happened there.
Under another safety car.
Ryan Sargent has snuck up to the top 3. That does give those guys in the pits some time to work on their car a little more.
Oh, we had some help in the back off of turn 1. Ricky Bobby Mike Todd gets right into the wall, starts coming down right in front of Eric Thaler.
Oh, no.
And they just ride the nose right into the inside wall.
Any chance of recovery for either one of them?
I'm not sure how many fast repairs they got, but our friend Josh Watt ended up in the inside wall off of turn 2.
The inside wall. That doesn't happen very often. Still in the pits. All right, so this could be a battle of attrition then to determine the winner of today's race.
Sure could. Sure looks like that way. Yeah, it looks like he got a little loose there, ended up in the grass, and that helped him get to that inside wall. Eric was able to drive away from all that.
Robert Sanders up there with his bright coloured livery, sneaking up into the top 2.
Tough break here for Mike Todd. He is trying to get into his pit stall, and it's just not working out for him. There he goes.
Lights are still on, so we're going to go at least one more lap around. I guess as more cars wind down, we might have some longer green flag runs. Maybe by now everybody's got their nerves shaken out. I don't think there's a lucky dog. Lights go out on the pace car now, so we'll go green next time by.
I will say, look at Ryan Sargent. He was involved in an earlier wreck, and here he is in the top 3.
That Hot Wheels car does look good, I have to admit. Good on you, Ryan.
think with this restart, there's going to be some. Robert Sanders is going to be gunning for that lead very early, and he's going to try and pull a gap on Ben Litherland. The way he's warming up his tyres, you can sense his eagerness.
It's funny how your car attitude definitely represents what the driver's thinking.
Yep.
So the tie-dye car preparing his tires for this restart. Let's see if
He'll dive for the inside as soon as he can.
plays out. Ben Litherland has control of the start. He waits to the last second. Robert Sanders in the tie-dye car in second place. Oh, he's under attack from Ryan Sargent. He's on the outside now. Can't make it happen. Ben Litherland on the inside. Oh, it's hard to tell. Still holds it. Good on everybody for leaving plenty of room. Ryan Sargent now looks like the racy one. Ben Litherland's minding his own business down low. Ryan Sargent showing good patience.
And I give that lap to Ben.
Yep. Still got it. Sean Happick now side by side with Ryan Sargent. We're too wide, too deep with Walker McNulty in the red and white Husky car.
And then goes Robert
There he
Sanders
goes.
in the lead of the
Robert
race.
Sanders in the lead. See if he can lead the lap coming across the line. Single file through the short chute. Sanders now has the inside line. Ryan Sargent, hope he's not going to go 3 wide. He's looking. Ben Litherland,
that's a sweep.
Lifts. Let Sean Happick go. They're still 3 wide. Robert Sanders would not have survived that in the real world. He was 4 lanes high, still 4 lanes high. Get up in the gray. You take those chances in iRacing. Ryan Sargent and Robert Sanders now battling for the lead as Litherland continues to drop back to 5th.
I think you'll find that Litherland's tyres are starting to go, considering how hard he pushed at the start of the race. That's the cost he's going to pay until his next fuel stop or his pit stop.
Sure. Good point. So those are lessons learned you take to the second half of the race, right?
Exactly. I think right now that all he needs to do is sit back and as I say that, he's going for some more overtakes. I would sit back and ride in the slipstream of another car. You can save maybe 2 or 3 laps. Shorten your fuel stop. I'm out in front of them anyway.
The top 3 got a little bit of a breathing room break there. They're still fighting hard, but there's a bit of a gap now to 4th.
I'm trying my hardest to get these cameras to work, but every single file I've loaded, I can't get anything to work. So we're just going to keep on doing the best we can with what we got. Thanks for carrying it through, everybody. Please keep it up. Glad to have Michael Harris and Mark Cochran with me tonight. I'm James J. Thanks for watching on the Twitch stream. If you're with us, chat us up. Let's see what's happening. Tell us who you think's going to win and what we're seeing so far. I'm still seeing 2 wide up front. They're battling like there's the last lap.
Michael O'Dill down in P14 has the fastest lap of the race so far, 40.1. 0.
Sean just going straight in there for the lead, right at the line. Big old 3-wide move there.
He's pulled a bit of a gap on the P2 and 3 as well.
This Haidu Mountain Dew machine flying through turn 3. Sanders getting that lead back, though. Let's see if he can keep it going. Or if Sean's just going to overtake him right on the corner, and he's got some help behind him. Aaron Holroyd's back up here. And they're going to give that lap to Aaron as he puts down a 41.079. Significantly faster than the rest of the top 5.
Car in the
Oh,
wall
we
at the
got
back.
a wreck.
And that looks like it's taking 2 or 3 cars.
Look at that. Turn 1 coming
Safety
on
car.
out.
That looks like Ryan Sargent.
Oh no. Ryan Sargent's in the pits, yep. Looks like that's going to be a while.
Yeah, just like Michael Odell was talking about. Ryan Sargent started going up higher and higher into turn 1 and kind of got booted out there. Did a little hop skip even.
I think we'll see a flurry of action in the pit lane with fuels and tyres being taken this time round, with close to 44 laps being completed.
And spectator curse going on in. I was just admiring Andrew Miller and how he was the biggest mover currently at 10 positions, and he gets wrapped up in that.
Don't worry, it's not just you. It happens to me all the time. As soon as I start talking good about somebody, they prove me wrong. The broadcaster's curse strikes again. All right, we got some takers here for the pit lane. See if I can throw some pit times up here.
We are just getting there at lap 46, 45 in. Sean Hapiak came in 20 laps ago, and Aaron Holroyd 16 laps ago.
Still 8-second stops. 10 seconds for Sanders. Is that enough time to take tires?
Might be enough time to take tires, actually. Might be super quick stops.
I'd say so. Walker McNulty with a 6.25. Fastest pit time right there. Looks like Robert probably put some tires on that thing.
We are working lap 44.
I think it'd be unwise not to take tyres now.
Yeah, it seems like it wouldn't be worth the risk to go any longer, since as the cars tend to drop off further off the back, we have really
Can you just go?
13 really in the race right now. So hopefully the green flag runs will be longer, which means fewer opportunities to pit for tires. Under caution, of course, green flag, anything goes. If these guys coming down taking a second whack at it, might decide to take tires. Let's see if Sanders is back in after a 10-second stop that lap.
$15 cars still out there on the track. 4 have dropped out, unfortunately.
Lights are out on the pace car, so we're going to go green next time by.
Aaron Holroyd going to be leading them to it.
Single file we go. Barney drops off. Nice and slow. He tries to surprise him. Oh, they're splitting up behind him.
Bit of a pick up behind.
Jason Phillips and Walker McNulty going at it. Walker McNulty in the red and white. Jason Phillips in the yellow and white. Jason Phillips, a road racer, knows what it takes to get to the end of one of these races. Happy to let him go. Ben Litherland gets by also. Don't count Jason Phillips out, and don't count Michael Odell out either. Not super aggressive early. They know, like I say, you got to be there at the end. But up front, Trevor McLaughlin and Nicholas Aslan here, these guys, they're not waiting around letting the paint dry under their feet.
Got to have a bit of a gap, though, to get back up to Walker, but they've certainly shown they have the pace to do it.
I find that they're probably a bit more conservative on this run as well, learning from their first stint on the tyres.
And Bacchitis and Aaron Holroyd battling it out for first. Going into turn 2, side by side. Oh, I misspoke. That was Sean Hapiak on the outside.
Oh, Ben Litherland going 3 wide on the inside of Jason Phillips and Trevor McLaughlin. Oh, my goodness. Hang on to it. Norm Snyder in the all yellow going around Trevor McLaughlin there, but we've been Litherland up. Here we are up in the front. Aaron Holroyd. Oh, look at Ian Bacaitis
losing
getting loose.
losing it.
And
Inside
what
wall.
a save.
That's Ian Bacaitis going backwards. Oh, you just got some of the concrete striping on the inside. Went around. That's all it took. Aaron Holroyd now with Sean Appick.
It was a bold move. It looked like it might have paid off, but like you said, just a little bit too far in.
He's crossed that white line too much and you're off.
Yep. I'm not even sure if he, I don't know, he might have even got some of the concrete, but you're right, just even the paint. Oh, but he almost had it. Again, Takuma Sato says no risk, no chance, or something like that. No risk, no win. No risk, no chance of winning. Up front, Aaron Holroyd, Sean Appick, side by side. So I thought Jason Phillips was in a yellow and white car, but my timing says Jason Phillips is 55 in the third place. So that's the black car there, so I apologize for it.
Yeah, he's black, gray, and red, Mobile 1.
Okay. How about that for Ian Bacaitis not to have lost a lap or hit the wall on that?
Very lucky.
Yeah.
I thought he was in the wall.
So good save. Yeah, when you go in there to cut the grass and do the Midwest Motorsports lawn service duty, usually you end up in the wall. Battle for the lead. Holroyd has it. Sean Appick wants it. That might be Josh Watt in the yellow and white car that's throwing me off a lap car. Apologies.
Josh Watt's got the blue and white car.
Blue and white? All
Are
right.
you the gold and white there, that Miller car?
Yes.
That is Andrew Miller.
Thank you. In front of Ben. No. Maybe that's not Ben. Hard to tell. Thanks for straightening me out there, Michael. These guys definitely are staying in packs, though. I expected them to be a little more spread out across the lap. But as long as you stay in the draft, it seems you can stay together.
Yeah, it seems that they're working together at the moment, trying to pull a gap out. So we're not seeing the same sort of constant overtaking as we are as at the start of the race. Robert Sanders must have a problem as well. He keeps dropping off lap time. He's now 9.5 seconds off the lead.
I think he might have rubbed against the wall.
I think that explains it.
Yeah, a couple of lap cars here in this pack up front. Michael Odell, 12th position in the Valvoline machine. Andrew Miller in that Miller Light or that Miller machine, 13th.
What a race we got up front with Holroyd and Happy. All the way in the front, Aaron Holroyd on the inside, Sean Happick on the outside. We've been side by side now for almost 2 laps. Jason Phillips in third, waiting for the right time. Walker McNulty showing patience, but still, I'm really surprised. Aaron Holroyd in the middle, on the inside all by himself, with no drafting help. He's not getting past. There he goes.
Speaking of Robert Sanders, focusing back on him for just a quick second, he is all by his lonesome. That does not help to keep up.
Yeah. 6 seconds behind Trevor McLaughlin. Another 2 seconds to the guy behind him. Right.
That's a second slower than all the other cars on track at the moment.
A full second per lap.
Close to it. Yep.
A little bit of dragon action right there as they come to the line. About 4/10 of a second gap now between Aaron and Sean. That's going to go away here pretty quick. As we're continuing on with this, fastest car on track. Speaking of which, Ian Bakaitis trying to make up for all that lost ground, running a 40.4, almost a whole second faster than our leaders. And we got some leaders pitting in. Pit cycle begins. Aaron Holroyd coming on in, leading the group.
This is where the race gets interesting. Trying to work out all the strategies that everyone is on.
And with that, we have a new leader, Nicholas Aslan, in the number 48 PPG machine.
Holroyd, Phillips and Happy could roll out of the pits now. It seems like they took tyres as well, 10-second stops. So we'll watch their progress through the field as they try to make back some positions.
Lead car is catching up to them, so we'll see how long they stay lapped. Ben Litherland taking back the lead here. So he's holding on to it out of turn 4. And he'll keep it. Top 8 drivers pitted on lap 44, all except for Ian Bakaitis, who pitted in lap 31.
Could there be another safety car? I'm sure Hapiek, Phillips and Miller are hoping not. I think they'll be trapped behind a safety car if there's another one at this moment in time. They're going to push past the leaders as soon as they can.
Tell you, Michael Odell would be pretty excited if a safety car were to come out. He's still been trying to keep ahead of Ben, keep from going a lap down, but here he goes.
Just say Bakaitis has done a really good job to recover back up to P3 after that spin earlier in the race. I'm sure he's going over in his head not to cross that white line anymore or go down too low, otherwise it might not be a positive outcome next time.
We'll see. Like you said, he's been making pretty hard charge since that mistake.
And even now he's moving up to P2.
Fighting for P1 right now. Look at them go.
And Bakaitis goes into the pit.
Nicholas Aslan taking the lead back. Ben Litherland there. Bakaitis and Sanders in the pit. 9 seconds. Oh, he hasn't started yet. The 998 for Ian Bakaitis. And it looks like Robert's got some damage he's got to repair. And Nicholas Aslan getting that lead there. With Ben Litherland still holding as they come up to a group of lap cars.
Based out a bit here.
Walker McNulty around a lap car. That's Sean Hapick. Oh no, that's Ian Bakaitis. Right behind him.
Yeah, Ian Bakaitis right in front of our leader right now.
In front of the leader, okay. I wonder who the black car is behind McNulty. And then Jason Phillips, I think. Oh, man.
Sean Hapiek.
Thank you.
Okay, followed by Jason Phillips.
What was that, Mark? I'm sorry I missed you.
McAnulty's on a charge now. He's been, from the looks of it, just been sitting back, and this is he can smell blood in the water, and he's just going to pounce on it. He's just flying by the cars at the moment. And there's
Oh,
a
we
wall.
got some wall riding.
Oh, that's Litherland.
And I think there's a few more.
I don't think he was alone. You're right, Mark.
Yeah. I think Litherland was the unfortunate victim there of someone running wide.
Oh, no.
Bringing out the safety car? No safety car at the moment.
No safety car.
Wow. Maybe Ben either left the world or
Well,
quick
Ben's in
tow
the
right
pits
to
at the
pit
moment.
lane.
I think you said it before, James, war of attrition. Who's going to make it to the end?
Yeah. To finish first, you first have to finish.
Yep. Yep. It's only 4 cars on the lead lap at the moment.
4 cars on the lead lap. I bet there's a
Nicholas
couple of
has.
guys that are, a lot of guys that are thankful yellow did not come out. They would have been trapped.
Yep. You got Aslan, McAnulty, McLaughlin.
Oh, that was a
And
bit of net
Usher.
code. Actually, it was a little bit of a net code there, but it was helped. Snyder did some
Litherland
lawn
wreck?
service. Yes,
Is that what you're watching, Michael? Okay.
that's what we're watching right now. And yeah, Norm Snyder did a little accidental lawn keeping. And on his return back up, he caught Litherland.
Oh. Norm will be hearing that in the chat for a couple of weeks. A lot of good banter going back and forth with Norm and Ben. Ben's one of the one of the first original founders of Midwest Motorsports. So those guys have a history of fun and banter. Shane Coker comes into pit. It's now 3 cars. Oh, I see 5. Trevor McLaughlin comes in, so back to 4. Michael Odell, another road racer. So we're watching Nicholas Aslan. Finally comes into pit.
Well, let's Aaron and Michael Odell keep themselves on the lead lap there.
Michael Odell's overdue for a stop. He's about 15, 16 laps behind. Aaron Holroyd, anyway.
Caution.
Probably a good car struck by this caution.
Gonna shake things up. See if Ben can get out before Barney gets back around. Trevor McLaughlin's got some fans watching on Twitch. Good luck to you, Trevor.
He's been a big mover today. Currently listed 6th place, up 9 spots from where he started. Andrew Miller currently the biggest mover, 11 places up. And it looks like Eric Thaler's out of fuel out of turn 1.
Do they have wave rounds in IndyCar? I'm not too sure. I don't watch it enough to know.
I'm sorry, Mark, what was that?
Do they have wave rounds in IndyCar? I don't watch it enough to know if they have those wave rounds or
Yes,
not.
the pace car is supposed to pick up the leader. And if looks like he does. Looks like he has the ambicitis. But that's not Nicholas Aslan in second. So I understand your question. And I can only say we are about to find out. So he has the leader. I don't know if they're going to let everybody that's between the first lap guys just catch back up to each other and pull everybody else past the safety car.
Well, according to some research, yes, IndyCar does do a wave around rule. Any car between the pace car and the lead car gets waved around. Right now, that's showing Ian Bakaitis, Nicholas Aslan, Walker McNulty, Aaron Holroyd, Michael Odell, Trevor McLaughlin, Sean Hapiak, and Jason Phillips all on the lead lap. Lights are out.
Working their way through 3 and 4, coming back through the start finish line. And it looks like Ian Bakaitis, Nicholas Aslan, so they did not wave whoever's stuck there in the middle as Sean Coker comes into the pits again. Coming to the green, they did not wave around Mark. Surprises me a little bit.
Yeah.
Not sure I could tell who that is between Ian Bakaitis and Nicholas Aslan. A black car that just popped out now going on the inside trying to unlap himself.
That is Mr. Jason Phillips.
Jason Phillips. Okay. He needs a yellow to get his lap back. I agree. I think he should have got a wave around. So the car leading is actually, oh, nope, Ian Bakaitis.
They're just so close. There's like 3 of them with pretty similar paint schemes.
Yep. That's McNulty on the inside. I know that car. White and red Husky car. currently second place.
Aaron Holroyd making a move on the inside here into
Look
turn
at him
one.
go. He got some real speed there.
McNulty was going for the lead.
Be right back, gentlemen.
McNulty has the fastest lap of the race as well as a 40.018. So he's got some pace hidden in that car.
From what I read, Walker McNulty definitely has some laps in the car and familiar with it. Was really looking forward to this race. So let's see if he can put his money where his mouth is. But look at him go. Aaron Holroyd, Walker McNulty. That is the battle for the lead. Red and white car and the black car on the inside.
And Holroyd's just doing an excellent job sitting on that inside line, blocking that P1.
Yep, 3 wide. Walker McNulty thinks better of it, thankfully. I believe we got Sean Happick and Ian Bakaitis in here. Staying low as long as he can before arcing into turn one. And does not take much of an arc, but still carries a lot of speed through turn one. I agree, Mark. That's not a conventional line that would hold. As McNulty looks inside and outside, doesn't know where to go, gets around Aslan. These guys are racing.
I think holding that inside line constantly is just going to tear Holroyd's tyres apart.
Really hurt his tires, I agree.
Sometimes you just got to let it go and sit behind someone for a bit and then just let the tyres cool off. Defending all the time is just going to ruin your race in the long run.
He doesn't lack for confidence, though. He wouldn't do it if he didn't think it was the right thing to do. So good for Aaron Holroyd. Making his sponsors happy, keeping the Manscaped Dallara up front.
We'll still think that Bakaitis has the recovery drive of the race so far.
Yeah.
Keeping it off the wall, coming up to back up to P3.
McNulty goes around, catches.
He goes with Bakaitis and McNulty coming together. Pace car.
That's got to hurt.
His car, lap 86.
We'll be at 87 when we pass the start-finish line.
87 of 200 or 3 hours, whichever comes first. We're definitely on pace for a 3-hour race. Not even to the halfway point. Well, good question. Maybe not. 15 more laps. If we can get some green flag laps, I think we'll be better off. But props to Eric Thaler for sticking it out 5 laps down, and Shane Coker 4 laps down. Hanging in there. while we're pitting and pacing, I'm going to take the time to take a pit stop myself. I will throw up the Midwest Motorsports socials and all the multimedia streams. If you're interested in joining us, there's our website, Twitch, YouTube. Come join us. I'll be back. Mark and Michael, you guys got it.
Absolutely, we got some pit stop action going on in. Interesting strategies here at play. Walker with a 11-second pit stop and Nicholas Asselin with a 5-second pit stop.
Yeah, the McAnulty's had a good luck fall his way with that safety car, with his accident, and looked like he had a fast repair left.
Yeah, that one fast repair, it's just so hard to figure out exactly when's the best time to use it and when you got to be spending time in the pits.
Exactly. I always tend to turn it off now when I race, because you often forget about it in a long run, and it repairs small damage when it doesn't affect you. I know I've been caught out sometimes in the truck races by having fast repair switched on, and when I've had that big accident, I have had nothing left.
Yeah, same here. 8 laps left, and I just used the fast repair prior to that accident.
There's some big ones in the truck series sometimes.
Go big or go home, they say.
Yep.
Well, we got Aaron Holroyd here holding down the fort in P1. Ian Bakaitis in second place. The number 60 machine. And Nicholas Asselin finds himself back in the top 3 after the most recent pit stop.
Well, we should have some green flag running after this lap with the safety car lights out.
Be interesting to see what these top 3 do. Ian Bakaitis pitted in lap 67, so he's 22 laps into his stint. Aaron Holroyd pitted lap 77, so a little bit fresher system.
No, Dell's done well out of all these safety cars. He's back on the lead lap. Just exited pit lane and get that lap back. So he'll be a factor.
Absolutely. He might just get the benefit of this. Maybe, maybe not. We got coming out of turn 4, and he's on the backstretch. Here we go, coming to the line. Aaron Holroyd is holding, and off they go. That is lap car Joshua Watt on the inside of Nicholas Asselin there.
Well, the Titus have pulled a little bit of a gap out now. Which I think is quite important considering the age of their tyres. They just got to keep Asselin behind them somehow.
Yeah, they're managing to do that there.
I think they just need to work together. Straight line, don't fight each other. Then they can pull up, and there's a car on the wall, in the wall.
That is Josh Watt.
That looks like his race might be over, because I think he's already used his fast repair.
Tough day for our man. Just went wide, had a turn one, hit the wall, and right back into the inside wall.
I think if you're Bacchitis or Holroyd, you come in, change your tyres.
Well, surely in Bacchitis' case, I don't remember exactly when Holroyd got tires, but he might be on the money for that. They're only asking for trouble now.
And the way the field's spread out, there's no real major loss. You'll still be on the lead lap and you'll still be in the top 10, no matter what.
It's a nice thing about a track like Indy. When you go to pit, you've got that time, so you're not going to have a chance of losing a lap under caution.
No, it's a perfect track. It's like Daytona or Talladega. The pit stops under safety car are your best friend, especially if you have damage. It takes about 2 or 3 minutes for a safety car like around here.
And Nicholas Haslam's coming on in with Walker McNulty and Jason Phillips. So Aaron Holroyd and Ian Bacchitis staying out. Right behind them is Trevor McLaughlin, who pitted on lap 88.
Okay. They're doing something different. Which I like different. Different often wins you the race.
So closing in on halfway here. And you're right, difference going to get us the win there. At least somebody the win. Pit strategy is everything on these kind of races.
Yeah. 3-hour timer strategy. Do you need to save your tyres now, or can you use them up early because we'll run out of time? And I think that's where the drivers who can think on the spot and make up a strategy on the go will potentially win this race.
Absolutely. Yeah, I may have misspoke earlier when I was talking with James, but we've got it's a 3.5 hour timer. Currently, we sit at 2 hours and 2 minutes left available in the session as we're headed on over to complete lap 94.
Oh, we actually might have time then. So yes, tyres, when do you use them?
By now, you're hoping that you've just getting on your second set. You probably want to save that third set or use that second and third set as much as possible so you can save the fourth and final set fresh for last.
Yeah, so I probably would have gone 70. And then I don't know how I would have done the other 2 tyres. Go long on the first 2 runs and shorten the last 2. And give your last run the freshest set possible.
I know we've been talking about the 4 sets, but now that I'm thinking about it, the question becomes, is it 5 in actuality and you had the 5th set's the start set, or was it 3 extra sets, the 4th one being the one you're driving on to start?
No, good question. I'm back. You have 1 that you start with and 4 on the floor. 4 on the ground in the pit.
So that opens up the strategy a little bit more.
All right. Unfortunately, Josh Watt has done blowed up, so to speak. So we might have a little better viewing for our guests watching. So thanks again to Josh Watt. Sorry about your luck there, Josh, but thank you for saving us on the camera view as we're restarting now with Aaron Holroyd. Taking off, Ian Bakaitis second, Trevor McLaughlin third. I believe that's 1, 2, 3 as they run.
That it is, James.
So this is the race we're watching. Sean Appick fourth. And then a lapper, Norm. All right, so, and Trevor McLaughlin taking that third lane high with.
I think he's struggling with the tyres at the moment.
It's got to be, yes. See if we
Falling
can
back.
Look at some last pit laps. Number of pit stops are on the screen. Doesn't say when they got tires, but basically gives you an idea. And look at the racing. Trevor McLaughlin in second with Sean Appick pinching him down low. Not able to pass yet. This is giving Aaron Holroyd a little bit of a gap. As Sean Appick again, driving the IndyCar like it's one of the NASCAR vehicles he's used to driving. And you got some guys behind him looking to take advantage of those fresher tires as they zoom by. I love the fixed cameras like this. Thanks again, Josh. Watching the whole field go by. And the bigger cams. Thankfully, we're not running over anybody today. This is what I've been looking for. Now I'm getting excited about commentating. Aaron Holroyd, Sean Appick side by side. Let's go on board with Sean Appick. Notice he's got Aaron Holroyd in the Manscaped vehicle right beside him. Doing really good to stay high, leaving plenty of room. Aaron Holroyd hanging tight to that inside line. He's been doing a good job. Mark, like you noticed, staying inside, running a real narrow entry, leaving room on the exit as well. Got to be a little bit harder on his tires, but nice and smooth hands for Sean Appick as he sucks up right on the rear of Aaron Holroyd side by side across the line. This is Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Oh, they get right up together, and here comes Eric Thaler looking for a lap back.
Hey, when you get permission to be in your sim rig all night, if you're 5 laps down, I'm still taking advantage of every minute I can.
Absolutely.
What is doing well is to stay where he is with those tyres. And it'll be interesting to see what his onboard is like compared to the leaders who've got 20 lap younger tyres.
So that's Eric Thaler in the yellow Penske car. Could have guessed. In front of Trevor McLaughlin now. Riding with Trevor, looking up at Eric Thaler and Aaron Holroyd. Mark, you can appreciate the Scott McLaughlin Thirsty Threes paint job on Eric Thaler's car. Pole sitter for tomorrow's Real 8500. And look at Trevor McLaughlin get some speed up.
It's a nice livery, I have to say.
There you go. Now you're looking right at him. Yeah, the Rick Mears throwback. Look at him get the draft right up on the transmission. In cockpit now with the windscreen. In the mirrors, you can see the yellow Penske car really sticks out.
McNulty getting a pretty good run up there, challenging for second. There's certainly something we haven't seen much of today, and there being actual gaps between these cars. They've been pretty tight most of the race today and battling back and forth.
Oh, we're going 3 wide. Walker McNulty, look at that. Oh my goodness. Incredible. It's just not possible to get a lap back on speed.
McNulty's now almost leading the race, considering that big accident he had. Must be loving this race, and he's realising he has to be a bit more careful than he was before.
McNulty on 16-lap younger tires than Holroyd. Oh, sorry. More fuel. Speaking of pit strategy, Ian Bakaitis up in 5th place. Still hasn't pit since lap 67.
So we're looking at 50 laps on a tank, huh? Oh my gosh, here we are riding with Nicholas Aslan on the inside side pod. Looking up at Walker McNulty. Aaron Holroyd. McNulty can't quite clear him by the time they go to enter turn 3. Aaron Holroyd hangs in there on the inside, leaving plenty of room. Props to Holroyd. He's been doing it the whole race. Great shots. Now Nicholas Aslan, that gives you an idea of the speed differential when you get in the slipstream of the draft. Look at Thaler in the yellow car behind. Get the double draft. Oh my God. Now it gives you a real sensation of speed.
Oh, wrecking out of turn 2.
Car in the wall.
And
that was a hard hit.
That'll need a medical card.
Here's a replay. Oh, not Norm again.
Oh, just lost it on the exit of the corner. Few G-forces.
That's going to hurt. No yellow. We stay green. Past the halfway point now. Lap 108.
Now there goes Ian Bakaitis in front of the field, trying to run away before they catch up. Just like we were talking about earlier, you time your pit stop just right, you can end up not going a lap down right away.
Side by side again. These guys have been doing this almost the whole race. I think this is going to be a preview of what we're going to see tomorrow.
I hope so. It's been pretty action-packed this whole race.
Yeah. No one clear favorite or one clear advantage to anybody. Although Holroyd decides now to come into pit. Lap 111. So maybe he'll take tires and split the difference. The remainder of the race.
McNulty holding off Nicholas Haslam for first place now.
They both pitted last on lap 93, so they should be pretty even on tires. Sean Appick and Trevor McLaughlin are now about half a second behind. No, they're right on them.
That, I think it was the last lap. Walker just set the fastest lap of the session. Almost 40 flat.
The leader, Nicholas Aslan, that's Aaron Holroyd. After pitting, Aaron Holroyd's now threatening to go a lap down, throws a block. You know Aaron likes to be on the inside. There goes Walker McNulty to put Aaron a lap down.
Blocking didn't work anyway.
I'm sure he
It's the difference
appreciates
in a
that
green
block.
flag stop and a yellow flag stop. It's going to really hurt Holroyd.
Seven cars currently on the lead lap. Now down to 6. So now it'll be a battle between Holroyd and Bakaitis about who's going to have the lucky dog chance if they can't get back past Walker.
They're all a bit behind the leaders. Eric Taylor trying to make his way through.
Yep.
Eric Taylor's got some good pace for tyres that are for his last pit stop, which was on lap 76. He's doing well.
I will say patience has been a big key here. And speaking of patience, Jason Phillips, last pit stop 40 seconds long, and he's sitting there in 5th.
Just follow, let these guys go. I've not seen Jason Phillips go side by side with anybody really, just kind of, like you say, not take the chance, not take a risk right now. Looking at 85 laps to go. On the outside, Michael Odell, another road racer. Jason Phillips right in front. These guys will hook up and not put pressure on each other, just get through it. Look in the mirror. Got somebody right on our rear end. Andrew Miller. Don't forget, you can always go to midwest-motorsports.com. Check out our rules. We have 2 oval series. Friday is the truck series. Sunday is cup series. Mostly oval race tracks. Tuesday nights we have GT4 on the road series. Tonight is the Indy 500 fun race. Open to everybody in the league. And 20 cars started. We currently have 11 still going. I'm James J. We got Mark Cochran and Michael Harris joining me in the commentary. Josh Watt, unfortunately, had some bad luck in the race himself. Had to drop out. Ran out of his fast repairs. And now he's running the cameras for us, so we're thankful for all that. Thanks to everybody watching on Twitch. If you're watching, if you haven't already, thanks for giving us a follow while you're here. Chat us up and comment. I see a bunch of you have been stopped in, so thank you for all that.
Eric Taylor may get a lap back here. Pushing really hard.
These guys are racing like it's coming up on the last lap, or the last pit stop at least. We still got 80 laps to go.
They've been racing like this all night, but you know, 50 bucks is 50 bucks, and these guys are all excited about that chance to win that gift card.
$50 gift cards like winning the lottery. What would you get first, Michael? $50 gift card comes your way.
Oh man, well, I guess it depends on the gift card, but you know, if it's just a generic one, probably
iRacing gift cards.
iRacing. Yeah, that changes things a little bit. Probably end up getting North Wilkesboro.
Nice. Nick Aslan goes inside Sean Happy
Good fun.
and inside Walker McNulty. Mark, what would you do with the $50 iRacing gift card?
That's a good question. I think I might buy the 2 new GT3 cars that are coming out, the Corvette and the Mustang.
Corvette and the Mustang?
And then I don't know what else I would do. I've got to pay for some league races, so I might save that there for the league races I've got to pay for.
Put it on your tab.
Yep.
Right on.
No, there's too many things I want to buy on iRacing. Not enough money in the world.
That's right.
You could definitely spend a small fortune on getting tracks and cars if you try to get everything.
Yeah, I think the tracks are good. I'd like to see a few more tracks. I'd like to see a few more Asian tracks like Sepang or I don't know. There's some good tracks that I would like to come, but I don't know if they're in the pipeline for iRacing yet.
I really like this graphic here. It shows you their pit stops. Pit strategy, stint links. It's only showing the bottom part of the field right now. I wonder what. Well, Holroyd, we can see Holroyd. .35 lap run.
Michael Adele's in the lead. Come from a lap down to come back and lead this race. So he's been patient, settled, no silly moves, and look where he is.
Last pit lap was 93, so you pitted as we have another cycle of pit stops coming through.
3
Trevor
wide.
McLaughlin, Jason Phillips, Sean Happick, Andrew Miller. They're still racing up front. You're right. Nick Aslan and Michael Odell going at it. We have a lot of Michael Odell fans watching on the stream right now. Look at your boy go.
Trying for 3 wide again with that one on the outside there. Michael Odell holding on for now.
Stays out. 3 wide down the front straight.
It's Ian Bakaitis.
And Nick Aslan. Nick Aslan in the white and light blue PPG car. He's got around Michael Odell. Got to remind yourself to breathe. I'm up here holding my breath.
Guys just weaving in and out, trying to make moves, trying to figure out places, and it's just so fast. These guys got a lot of talent.
60 cars in. Ooh, nice catch there. Michael Odell gets a little squirrely in the middle of the short shoot. In between 1 and 2. That's his friend Ian Bakaitis up ahead. I know they practice together. And they've caught up to some lap cars.
And here comes Nick.
Into the pits for Nicholas Aslan.
Michael Odell will stay on out.
That 93 was Michael Odell's last pit, so you can go 50 laps. He might be able to make it one more stop and have a good set of tires to go the rest of the way.
Definitely see once Odell pits, Ian Bakaitis will have the have been out the longest since his last pit. 106.
Here's Odell. So much for that.
Well, Aslan is on the back stretch there. He's still listed as second
Overshot his
place.
pitter.
What was that, Mark?
Michael Odell overshot his pit. Had to reverse a little bit, costing time.
Roger.
He's just heading out now, and here comes Nick right into turn 1. With Walker McNulty right behind him.
Pit time for Michael Odell was 8.5. So maybe he got away with one there, Mark. Short fill. Nick Aslan and Walker McNulty for the lead.
A bit of an advantage here as they have the fresher tires than Ian Bakaitis, who's behind them by about 20 laps. That may not matter though, as he's catching right back up to that pack. with that lap, he just set an under 40-second lap.
39.951 for Ian Bakaitis. These are the top 3 in the race right now. Battling for the lead. Top 4. Jason Phillips is right here with them. And Michael Odell stays in sequence too. So this front 5 are all together now.
Don't sleep on Trevor McLaughlin. Here he comes in that ghost car.
That's
Phillip
right.
in 6th.
On the lead lap as well.
Eight cars remain on the lead lap after pitting.
Three wide for the lead. Too close for me to call.
They call for Ian.
McNulty second. Odell third. Trevor, Aslan, and Phillips. Then a 5-second gap back to Holroyd. Riding on the roll hoop, Trevor McLaughlin, looking over the windscreen. A little easier to see the upcoming corners. World famous pagoda and scoring pylon. Big run. That's what the draft will do for you. Get on Trevor to throttle out just a little bit. Stay in line. Go past the museum on the inside of the track. Do the golf course crossover. Down the long back stretch of Indianapolis. Looking inside of Michael Odell, decides not to this time. I know Trevor McLaughlin has a lot of practice laps. Working with a couple of guys. Let's go, Michael O.
He's right there in the mix, right in 3rd. And Trevor McLaughlin sniffing behind him. Well, speaking of the Grand Tour, James, Mark, have either of you guys found your way at Speedway, Indiana?
I love it. They call Daytona the World Center of Racing. If you've ever been to Indianapolis, Speedway, Indiana, you know the whole town is all about racing. There's checkered flags everywhere you go. I've been to several Formula One races, some SCCA runoffs when they had the runoffs there. A lot of fun. How about you, Mark? Have you been over to the States to Indianapolis yet?
No, I haven't been to any NASCAR races yet. Obviously, I'm a bit far away to go to a NASCAR race. No, I haven't been. I've spent more of my time on road circuits over here in Australia. So like Mount Panorama or Sydney Motorsports Park. But my goal is to get over there one day. I did have a plan of going to Pocono this July, I think it was. But those plans fell through, so it is on my bucket list. And probably it's either Daytona or Talladega at the top.
Super speed race, huh? Pocono's a big track as well.
Yeah, it didn't work out the way I wanted to, and I've got to fit them into school holidays when I can, and it was just a bit too expensive.
Sure.
Yeah.
After you get your degree and have some time to build up that bank account, maybe come on over. You won't be disappointed.
No, I was there a while ago, but I think I was over there when it was the off season, so I couldn't actually go to a race.
How about you, Michael? You been to Indianapolis, Indiana?
I've been there. I've been to Speedway, and I've been on the track before for a little tour. It's a long time ago, and we didn't have the race that weekend, but it's definitely a beautiful sight to see, that's for sure. That pagoda looks awesome in person.
Absolutely. Did you get to see the museum?
Oh yeah, and they had the little Indy car that was sitting in their walkway there. Took a picture in that photo op, and
Yes. They really treat everybody great hospitality. It's pretty amazing. They welcome everybody. Highly recommend if you've never been to the grounds of Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You'll feel like family. You got yellow shirts walking around, they call them. Anybody with the yellow shirt is hospitality. They get special training, and they definitely make you feel right at home and encourage you to spend some money too, of course, but keep you safe and help guide you, get you where you want to go, make sure you're having fun and a good time. It's about 7 hours drive for me, so not too bad.
I think it's about 16 to 18-hour drive.
You can break that up in 2 days.
Yeah, you definitely could. I know when we went out there to actually see the track, we did not. We did that all in one go.
Now that the laps are kind of winding down, once we passed halfway mark, it seems like I would say they calmed down. We're still racing wheel to wheel. These guys have kind of, the cream has risen to the top, and the guys that are more familiar with the cars and the track, the lines of sight, and how to be comfortable racing wheel to wheel with somebody and knowing when to lift and when to take a chance. Going in when you have the corner, when you need to give up the corner to your competitor. Those guys have now come to the front, and we have 9 cars on the lead lap, and it's been pretty awesome racing these last couple green flag runs. I know Aaron Holroyd, look at, we're still going 3 wide. This is not the first time they've done this in the last couple of laps.
That's for sure. And, you even got lap cars here, but these lap cars have been front runners as well. So they've all been running pretty smooth together.
Trevor McLaughlin in the yellow and blue car up front. Second place is Walker McNulty. He's the red and white car with the Husky paint. I believe that's Marcus Erickson, Ganassi paint job. So that second place car as they run is a lap car, but he's holding his own. I believe that's Sean Happick. Nope, Sean Happick's.
Yeah. Ian Bakaitis.
Ian Bakaitis now in front. Okay. It shows he's in 7th. I don't think it's Bakaitis. I've been wrong before. All good. Trevor McLaughlin in the yellow and blue car is your leader. Walker McNulty, 2nd. 3rd, Michael Odell, 4th in line. Nicholas Aslan, Jason Phillips. Single file now. So is that Aaron Holroyd in front of this group?
They've all started to stretch out now with the fewer safety cars, so I think we're starting to get a true picture of where everyone is and their pace and what the race outcome might be.
Exactly. I agree, Mark. Can anybody make it to the end from here?
I don't think so, no. Not even the best fuel saver could do it. There's going to be one more stop, and if there's a 50 lap capacity for the tank, I think 151 will be that magic number for all the drivers.
You're the first to make your last stop. Is that it, Mark?
The first to make your last stop. But it just got to depend on how many tyres they have left as well.
Yeah, true.
I think I personally might have come in a bit later than that if I can. Most of them stopped at 128, 124. So if you can stretch it out to 175, you'll be in a really good position with your tyres.
Michael O'Dell now takes over the lead in the Valvoline white nose back, black back. As he passes the lap car. I think that's Aaron Holroyd. Reach out to Josh and see if he can tell me. Whoever that is between Michael O'Dell and Kevin McLaughlin.
Now I've got Aaron Holroyd right in front of Sean Hopper and Andrew Miller, and a 3-car pack going into turn 3.
Ian Bacaitis. Thank you. It says he's on the same lap even though he's got the leader right in front of him. It's all good. Truly great race. No holds barred. Flat out. .1, 40.2, 40.0. Everybody doing about the same exact lap times. I think we're going to all pit together. Ian Bacaitis has got about 10 to 12 more laps than everybody else. So Ian Bacaitis might be sitting good. All you Ian Bacaitis fans out there, I know you're out there. He can do about a 10 lap overcut. Let's see if he can. He's got to make up a whole lap. Seems like we're kind of just settling into a groove here to run this race out.
Absolutely, and here we are at that magic number, 151. Michael O'Dell's had some hiccups here along the way, but here he is out front. McLaughlin starting about 14th position, all the way up here in second. Walker McNulty, who started on pole, is back there in third. These guys have been running up front all day long.
Are we bold enough to make a prediction on who we think we might win this race? I think
All
I'm
right.
going to go with
You
Trevor
go first, Mark.
McLaughlin. Trevor McLaughlin.
Trevor Mack. See if I can tell you something about Trevor McLaughlin.
Yeah, that Ghost number 99's been pretty quick today, for sure. Making up all those spots. I would have put my bet on Aaron. He's been up front most of this race, it feels like.
Not a bad choice either. I'm gonna say Jason Phillips. I think the first half of this race he may have been conservative. I think he stopped one less time than. Nope. I'm still going for Jason Phillips. That's my pick.
And
Let's
here
find out
comes
about
Trevor.
Trevor McLaughlin here as he comes into pit.
Could be the winning move right there with 45 to go.
Trevor McLaughlin, this is all his great idea to have this Indy 500 league race, one-off race. I'm not sure where he got the $50, but it never hurts to bribe your friends to come race with you.
Right now he is sitting 3 seconds and slowly getting caught up to ahead of the leaders. And there goes Jason Phillips on into the pit.
Riding with Eric Thaler, who had a horrible first half of the race. Now he's doing much better. And everybody's dropped off and able to show his skills. Holding off the leader, Michael Odell.
Interesting point here. The pack is not catching up to Trevor McLaughlin. He is 3.5 and gaining seconds in front of Michael Odell.
New tires, no help from the draft. This is how Aaron Holroyd got trapped. He's been 8 seconds back pretty much since he came in for his green flag stop. Everybody else is going to have to do it sooner or later. We're riding with Michael Odell. He's from Brownstown. I asked him if he was married. He says, call him a Han because he's solo. We'll come back to him. I can tell you about Trevor McLaughlin a little bit too.
Please do. Look at him running 1 whole second faster. These guys are trying to save as much as possible.
in front of the pack, fresh tires. We'll see what happens when everybody else pits. He's, 36 seconds back? I'm not sure what the pit delta is after the time it takes to stop. He stopped for 9.9 seconds. Does that mean he got tires or not? Maybe just outside tires and top off full fuel? Can you change 2 tires in 10 seconds?
I think with these guys you can. These are fairly quick tyre changes.
Single lug.
Odell and Naslin coming on into pit lane.
All right. Here it is. That was about 5 laps over. Trevor McLaughlin is riding in Ontario, Canada. Thanks, Trevor, for putting all this together, man. We appreciate you.
Speaking of which, mighty battle here for third, presumptive first. And Trevor McLaughlin going to take the lead here out of turn 1.
With Jason Phillips. We're watching Aaron Holroyd. There we go. There's Michael Odell. Third place. 3.2 seconds back. At the race for the lead, Trevor McLaughlin and Jason Phillips.
These guys are out on their own. 3.7 seconds over Michael Odell and gaining a little bit.
Going around Walker McNulty, putting him a lap down. That's got to hurt.
Walker
Jason
did
Phillips
catch.
looking very racy. Chattanooga, Tennessee. You can see the Tennessee logo on his helmet there. He's riding right in the wheel tracks of Trevor McLaughlin, filling up his mirrors on the exit of the short chute, taking a nice smooth arc into turn 3 and running off the corner with some speed, and he's going to carry that speed. 221, he had to lift. Not forcing anything right now. This is my pick. Jason Phillips for the win.
I think Jason's doing something smart here. He's not trying to overtake Trevor. Just sitting behind him, saving his fuel, saving his tires.
Rolling out of the throttle, saving fuel. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah. Letting Trevor do all the work. Trevor should just try and ease off in the throttle where he can and just let Scott through and Jason through and do the same thing Jason's doing.
Yep, we'll see some of that tomorrow. Oh, look at him. Just rolling off the throttle. No fuel burn. Easier on the tires. Now, also no air on the wings, so you have to be careful. And it makes you vulnerable to Walker McAnulty in the back, who's trying to get his lap back. So now, at some point, Jason Phillips is going to have to go. And this might be that time that they switch, and now Trevor McLaughlin's turn to roll off the throttle. Oh, he touches the wall. The short chute between 1 and 2. Slight little wall touch. Does not seem to affect him yet. I bet that got his attention, though. Jason Phillips uses a SimCube 2 Pro base, sprint pedals, grid MPX wheel, Sim Labs P1 rig. Decked out. It's got the Phillips lighting system set up. Full immersion for Jason Phillips. Worked hard all week on his wife's honey-do list. Got the pool running so he could spend the weekend in a sim rig. Glad he did. Big NASCAR Dale Earnhardt fan. Those two have hooked up. Nicholas Aslan and Michael Odell not too far behind him. 3 seconds, anything can happen. Coming up on 30 laps to go. 31 laps now.
Walker McNulty is the first car a lap down and currently experiencing in his sim rig the track temperatures of about 96 degrees. He's got some full immersion going on himself.
Yeah. I got to give it out to Walker McNulty for not being too aggressive and getting in the way of this fight for the lead. These guys are racing hard for the win with 30 to go. When he was in the fight, Walker McNulty would be going 3 wide if he had to. But full credit, just follow, let the race play out. Ian Bakaitis comes in to pit.
Could be some cooperation going there. P3 and 4 as they're trying to catch this lead pack.
I just checked in on the Twitch stream, and Jason Phillips' wife, Jen, is checking in on us. Welcome to the party, Jen. Glad you got some pool time this weekend. Looks like Trevor McLaughlin and Jason Phillips are going to be fighting it out for the lead with 28 laps to go. They're switching places once again. Trevor McLaughlin in the yellow and blue car. Jason Phillips right behind. Doing the old switcheroo like Mark mentioned earlier, and Jason Phillips' turn to save fuel and tires, and we're going to see him battle it out here. 28 laps to go.
Is there enough time for Michael Odell and Nicholas Aslan to catch up? They're at 2.5 and starting to close quick.
Yeah, they were 3 seconds back just a few laps ago. I'd say it's time to go, but it's easy to say from up here.
Absolutely. They just gained about a half a second from that little 2-wide action.
Definitely faster if they can tag team and slipstream. Here they are, Michael Odell and Nicholas Aslan.
And all the drivers are really spaced out now, so with the lower percentage of a safety car, I think Jason Phillips, Trevor McLaughlin, and Michael Odell are the 3 best choices for this race.
We're getting ready for a four-way battle for the lead at this point here. Odell and Aslan within a second of the leaders.
Here we go. Walker McNulty going to provide some draft for him. We got a four-way battle coming up. I think there might be a point where Walker would get out of the way, but he's under no obligation to. So now Jason Phillips up front might be a sitting duck. Because you're right, those guys in third and fourth, as they run fourth and fifth, have really caught up quick. Let's see if Trevor McLaughlin and Jason Phillips can stretch out the lead again. You're not going to be able to do it rolling out of the throttle. Back now to Sean Happick in fifth. Here's Walker. So Michael Odell gets around Walker McNulty. Again, I know Walker pretty well. He's not going to get in the way. There's the battle for the podium. Let's see if he lets Nicholas Aslan go by. There he goes. Nick on the inside. Walker leaving plenty of room. Good on you, Walker. All right, so the 4 cars in front of Walker that we're riding with is the race for the lead. With 24 laps to go. Don't go anywhere. This is Midwest Motorsports Fun Run for a $50 iRacing gift card. 50 iRacing bucks. I don't know anybody that'd say no to that, but they're having to earn it now, all of these guys. What a race. They all came in about the same time. Michael Odell and Nicholas Aslan have about 4 laps pressure tires, but that's about what it takes to warm them up. So I don't think there's a real tire advantage to anybody. They can all go to the end. Jason Phillips gets crossed up a little bit, doesn't want to run over Trevor McLaughlin's transmission. Into turn 1 they go. Into the short chute, right into your living room. Around the turn 2 exit, down the long back straightaway. Jason Phillips, Michael Odell on the outside looking. Oh, what a race. Jason Phillips holds them off right now. Trevor McLaughlin running the car wide, and Sean Coker here in the green car has caught up to this pack as well. Sean Coker's multiple laps down, but he's got a front row seat as Jason Phillips. Trevor McLaughlin goes back to the front now. Michael Odell just being patient, watching, waiting. 20 laps, a lot of time left. Excellent patience being shown by all of these guys just to make it to this point. I'm pumped up. I don't mean to be taking over everybody. What are you thinking, Mark?
I think it's going to be an exciting ending. Top 5 so close. I think we're going to have a real sprint to the end in a couple of laps time. I'm still sticking with Trevor McLaughlin doing this race.
Can't argue. That's not a bad choice. In the slipstream, Jason Phillips rolls out just a little bit. You can see the miles per hour drop back. They were going 240 earlier, and everybody's full throttle in the big pack. Now 222 is about the max speed that I've seen. Into 3 at least. Let's see what they get here. Going 3 and rolls back out. Michael O'Dell. And Nick Astlin. Oh, somebody's in the wall. It's Nick Astlin. Or is that Michael O'Dell? I think
That was Michael O'Dell. Tapped right
O'Dell
there.
in the wall. That'll wake you up. I hope everything's all right. Hopefully his wheel's still pointing straight.
Trevor's definitely a good pick right now, and if you look at that paint scheme with all that rubber right on there, it looks a bit like a cheetah.
The front 4 glued nose to tail. Winding down the Midwest Motorsports Indy 500. How do you get a run? When you're running like this, how do you time it to be the last lap that you're the one in front?
I think what you got to do is you got to do what Jason said, just stay behind Trevor and wait and wait and wait, and just stay as close as you can. And then on that turn 3 and 4 run, keep the speed up and pull out last minute on the straight.
Coming to the line for the checkers?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect example was last night in the truck race.
Yeah. I saw it. What's his name? I'm sorry.
I don't know who the driver was, but that was a good move at the end.
Yeah, it was. Oh, they're pitting.
Interesting development.
Trevor McLaughlin, Jason Phillips, and Nicholas Astlin. Jason Phillips locks it up. Coming into the pits, they can't make it. That means Michael O'Dell came in at lap 151, so they could not save enough fuel. Does Michael O'Dell have enough fuel to go all the way? You go full fuel save now. I believe Nicholas Astlin also came in at 161, so you can't save 15 laps worth of fuel. Look out.
As soon as one of them called it, they all started gathering around. So either Michael O'Dell was not prepared for it, or he had a plan in motion.
Here he comes. He comes in now, 1 lap later. Locks it up right as they come in, as Trevor McLaughlin and Jason Phillips come out.
Oh,
Pretty big gap, though. Looks like 2 seconds apart.
2 seconds for Phillips up to the front, and Nicholas Astlin 7 seconds to Jason Phillips. O'Dell's coming right out now.
.7 stop for Michael O'Dell. Is that going to put him in front of Trevor McLaughlin? It does, by about 3 seconds.
I think it might be closer to 1 second by the time they catch up.
But he's coming up to speed. That's right. That's right, Mark. Thank you. But Michael O'Dell in the catbird seat with 15 laps to go. What an incredible race. I did not see it playing out this way. We had short stop for fuel. And we'll see if Michael O'Dell saved enough. He definitely short filled. Let's see if he has to continue to fuel save, or because he and Nicholas Astlin sure caught up to Jason Phillips and Trevor McLaughlin when they were 4 seconds back. As Jason Phillips now has caught the slipstream of Walker McNulty, so he might catch back up to Trevor McLaughlin. If they can build speed and catch back up to Michael O'Dell, we still have a race.
We still do, that is for sure. Michael O'Dell only 0.3 of a second. Jason Phillips caught right back up there. He's been a bit on a charge. We'll see as Trevor McLaughlin Takes
goes
the
around.
lead.
New leader, T-Mac, straight out of Ontario, Canada. The cars have definitely got some rubber buildup on the bodywork. Looking like a cheetah, like Michael said. I like that description, Michael. Jason Phillips gets around Walker McNulty. Thanks again, Walker. Good on you, man. Three-way battle. Nicholas Aslan has dropped back 8 seconds. Mistimed his pit stop.
I think he took on too much fuel at the same time.
Long pit stop. Doesn't have his fuel calculator just right. I know there's several different programs that help you with that. So now we have a three-horse race for the win. Michael Odell leaves just enough room for Jason Phillips to catch back up. Go around the outside. Is he going to dive inside Trevor McLaughlin for the lead? With 11 laps to go now.
No more waiting this time.
No, he did not, did he? He didn't stick around to smell anything. He says, I got to go. Oh, Trevor McLaughlin up in the marbles.
Runs wide.
They leave Jason Phillips out to hang. Might be able to go past them both together. Trevor McLaughlin and Michael Odell, that is. What an incredible race. T-Mac, Trevor McLaughlin, second place, looking up at the leader, Jason Phillips. Lots of blocking going on. Walker McNulty's just one lap off. Walker, I feel for you, man. I know you want to be up in this battle. I'm sure Walker would play a role in the fight. But it's a three-horse race. Trevor McLaughlin and Jason Phillips now pulling away a little bit from Michael Odell. Inside 10 to go now. The fight for the podium, top step, is on. Here we go. No more holding back. No more Mr. Nice Guy. This is for 50 iRacing bucks. I'd wreck my grandmother for 50 bucks in iRacing bucks. For the win.
Well, see, it would be very interesting at this point because we got the guy who's organized this this whole event sitting there right in second, battling it out with Jason Phillips. Do you really wreck your grandma for that? Wreck the race promoter for that? Definitely go wheel to wheel like a Darlington. Walker getting around Odell there. Here he is on the backstretch, following with Trevor. I don't know. He might not necessarily be in the running here, but he certainly wants to play.
I think he's actually bringing Michael Odell back up to the guys. He had to go to keep Michael Odell in it. I don't think he's going to make the move on Trevor. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Jason Phillips and Trevor McLaughlin side by side. See if Michael Odell can get up here down. Walker goes wide to leave plenty of room. Michael Odell decides to follow him, but up front, it's Jason Phillips on the inside, Trevor McLaughlin on the outside. Down the long back straight, into turn 3 we come. Side by side, coming up with 5 to go when they cross the line. This is how you practice your runs to the start-finish line. If this was the finish, just like you said, we're going to have a tie. Trevor McLaughlin led that time by. He timed that run just right. Let's see if Jason Phillips can get in front, all the way in front of Trevor McLaughlin this time. Or he actually needs to let Trevor McLaughlin go so he can get a practice run. Trevor McLaughlin's going to get another practice run out of turn 3 in a race to the line. As we take the cool camera shot, suspension angle.
I'm Trevor McLaughlin. I want to try and keep Jason Phillips as low as I can, trap him down low so he can't get that good run out of the last corner.
Pinch him down low, okay. Thank you, Mark. Keep him pinched down low. That's what he's doing so far. Jason Phillips is not afraid to keep it tight. Super smooth on the steering inputs. He's clear now. Let's see if he goes wide and lets Trevor inside. Nope, not yet. Trevor McLaughlin again, coming into 3, timing it just right to be side by side. Keeping him down low. Oh, that was close. You're right, he's pinching him. He's not going out the wall like he usually does, Mark. Good eyes. Past the pit lane entry now. Trevor McLaughlin and Michael Odell is too close to call it. I'm sorry, Jason Phillips. Jason Phillips gets it that time, so that's not going to work. With 3 to go. Don't go anywhere if you're watching. Come back to the screen. This is for all the marbles, $50 iRacing bucks. Jason Phillips not giving up the inside line. Trevor McLaughlin keeping him down low. Jason Phillips and Trevor McLaughlin going at it. Walker McNulty just intimidating in the back, filling up the mirrors. And here goes Michael Odell with a big run. The white car in 4th position as they run. 3rd overall. 2 to go. Coming to the white flag after the back stretch. Side by side still. So far we had our picks. Mark, it's Jason Phillips and Trevor McLaughlin. So we at least picked the right horses. Coming to the white flag. Jason Phillips all the way down on the inside. Trevor McLaughlin side by side across the line. Final lap. Here we go. Through the short chute, out of turn 2, down the long back stretch to turn 3 is Jason Phillips clear. He's going to stay on the inside. He's not giving up the inside. The white line is his best friend. Trevor McLaughlin's going to keep him honest as he can. Leaves just enough room, 1 car width, and that's it. Keep him down low. Trevor McLaughlin is not running out to the wall. Keeping Jason Phillips down tight. Inside, here we go, race to the line. It's flat out Michael Odell from 3rd coming back. Does he have a 2-car double draft and get around them both? Michael Odell with the win on the last lap. Incredible racing. Michael Odell with the win, 0.045. Trevor McLaughlin, 3rd, 0.004. All 3 cars. What an incredible race. Michael Odell, you got to hand it to him. A double slipstream run. Worked like a champ.
That it sure did. Wow. I was starting to doubt that, and then he just made the move at the right time.
Oh my gosh, Mark, what do you think? I got to calm down. Take it over for me for a second.
Yeah, it was a very tight Michael Odell. I could see Michael Odell in the background, but that was a very good run. Patience paid off for him. Yeah, that's an exciting finish. I can't believe how close it was. 2 nights, 2 races, 2 close finishes. I think Trevor was
unbelievable.
I think Trevor
would
was
love
hoping
to
to keep his $50.
go back and see if we can get a shot on the line in a perfect world as they come across. But Michael Odell, 0.045. That was incredible racing. I don't know if the real Indy 500 is going to give us that much entertainment. I'm reaching out to Michael Odell in a text to see if he'll join one of the race chatters and join us.
He is definitely chatting it up in the session, that's for sure. Man, sounds like you're right there on the spotter.
By a full tail length as well. It was a really good run on the finish.
Well, that was an awesome run.
What a race. I'm still excited. I'm pumped up. I hope you guys enjoyed that race. It does not get much better than that.
Absolutely. That was fantastic. That was just super exciting. I'm glad it was up here for that though. There was no way I was going to make any of that if I was trying to drive. These guys got this talent.
All right. Well, I'm going to see hopefully Michael Odell will come in and join us. See if I can bring Trevor McLaughlin up here in a second. He's the one that hosted the event and definitely would like to talk to him. What an incredible race, and I want to thank him for putting up the race. But I want to hear what it was like those last few laps. Hey, Trevor McLaughlin, it's James and Michael and Mark in the booth. You got us? Hey, Trevor Mac. Not yet. He's not muted. Maybe he's got us
Sorry, James, I'm here.
muted on purpose. Hey, Trevor, it's James in the booth. You got, man, first of all, thank you for hosting the race. It was great fun. We are all three of us up here just screaming at the top of our lungs trying to figure out who was going to win, you or Jason, and here comes Michael Odell out of nowhere. What was it
Yeah.
like for you?
Wild. I was shaking. Just going back and forth with Jason. I really thought it was just between the two of us because I thought Michael had damage or something. So I wasn't really expecting him to come up there and pass us both. But I just thought if I could get a run on Jason at the right time, then I'd be golden. And oh well, I guess I'll have to settle for third.
Oh, man. So I saw you keeping Jason Phillips honest, keeping him down low, not running all the way out to the wall in the short shoots, and I don't know, trying to stay behind him to try to practice a run to the line. And then Michael Odell was lurking with Walker McNulty behind. Was that part of the plan to try to figure out how to get a good run, or were you just really trying to get around and stay in front?
Well, at first I thought I would just, pull in behind him and wait for the right time to make my move. But it seemed like going side by side, I would have enough of a run off of four that I'd be leading by the time we got to the line. So I figured that at that point, if I just stay side by side with him, I should be okay. But yeah, I just really didn't expect the 56 to come up there.
Well, he did. He caught us all off guard. Nobody counted him out, but man, Trevor, just want to thank you one more time, man. Don't go anywhere. We got Michael Odell up here too, so we're gonna talk to him in a second. But just want to thank you one more time for putting this all together, man. It was a lot of fun. Once we got through the first half of the race and everybody got their nerves out, seemed like the racing calmed down. We went through some green pit cycles, but man, what a great race! I'm glad we did it. And once again, thanks for putting this together.
Yeah, thanks for the broadcast as well.
Oh, of course. We got the winner now. Michael Odell is finished with the burnouts. Jelly Belly Odell, you did it, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. That was probably the that was the sketchiest fuel race I ever did. Because I didn't run out like a lap or two after. I ran out of fuel at the line.
Wow.
I don't know how I made it. I was
about
like
2 seconds less
Yeah.
stopped on your fuel run. So I was wondering if you were having to save fuel those last 10, 12 or 15 laps. Was it 20 laps to go?
Yeah, I
And
had to
everybody
put it
came
to
in,
the
you went
safety
one
car
lap
map
longer than them and then came out.
Behind them. I had
Yeah.
to put it to the
What a great
safety car
race,
fuel
man.
map. So every
That's how
straightaway,
you never give up, right?
I kept moving the dial probably like 8 times a lap. Every corner entry, mid and exit, I was adjusting the fuel just to try to get something to where I couldn't lose their draft, because then I would need to turn the engine back up to catch up. But also at the same time, I couldn't put the engine 2 up, because if I did, I would just burn off too much fuel. And the safety car map is, well, supposed to be for safety cars, but it also is a very, very low consuming map. So I just kept flickering between that and map 5, trying to just get every drop out of that car. And thankfully it had just enough left that right when I saw white flag, I'm like, you know what? Map 1, either I'm winning this or I'm not. We'll find out.
Well, you won it, man. $50 iRacing gift card, courtesy of Trevor McLaughlin and his
Oh,
sponsors, man. You got anything
that's
to say?
awesome. Honestly, thank you to him for the card. Honestly, that's amazing. And also, thank you to everyone who put all this on. This has been amazing. Hopefully, I can carry this into how I did with Interlagos and with Bathurst coming up. But I told them after this, I'm like, hey, you saw how fun of racing it was at the end there. An IndyCar GT4 League might seem like a little enticing now.
Yes. Oh man, we enjoyed watching it, man. Mark and Michael were in here with me. You guys got any questions for the winner, Michael Odell?
I think that's a no on that one.
All right, no
Okay.
worries,
Still
man.
trying to wrap my head
Again,
around it.
congratulations on a great run, man. Glad you did it. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for entertaining us, and we'll look for you on Tuesday night. Good luck at Bathurst. I'll be there, and I look forward to seeing you in Tuesday Night Road Series. But otherwise, I'm sure
Thank you.
you're gonna take a little while to calm down tonight, man.
Oh,
Enjoy celebrating
nah,
with your family. Congratulations.
I'm riding this win for a little bit at least. Glad to entertain though.
Yeah, right
See if
on.
I can
See you,
see if I
man.
can bring it on to Bathurst with it.
Right on. Take that momentum on. That's Michael Odell, your race winner from the Midwest Motorsports Indy 500. Once again, Trevor Mack, thanks again for putting this on, man. Look forward to seeing you run the Cup Series tomorrow night, and hopefully we'll get your Cup Series season started off. I hope it's as exciting as the truck race was Friday night, and we get the Cup race tomorrow night. If you're on the Twitch stream, come back and join us tomorrow night. Practice starts at 7. Stream will start about 7:30. You got anything else before I let you go there, Trevor?
No, I'm good. Just thanks again, you guys, and I'm looking forward to watching it back.
All right, we'll do it. That's Trevor McLaughlin, your host for the night's race. And, well, that's that. Michael, Mark, you got anything else?
Thank you. It was a really good race. Thank you everyone for tuning in.
Yes, thank you guys all for tuning in and watching and standing by Midwest Motorsports crew and letting us put on this fun run. You know, the fact that you guys are here watching us and the fact that Trevor McLaughlin was able to provide that opportunity to host this. It's been a blast. Thank you, James, for reaching out to us, too. It's been an honor.
Really enjoyed it. It would not have been anywhere near as much fun without you guys. There's always some sort of technical glitch, but we can work around it all. And it would not have been possible without everybody pitching in there and playing their part. So thanks to everybody at Midwest Motorsports. For Mark Cochran joining us, thank you, Mark. Really enjoyed it. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to spend it with us. And Michael, I know it's late on our side of the planet, so time to get a nightcap and get ready for tomorrow's fun day of racing. But to everybody out there, I hope you enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Thank a veteran while you're here. And we'll see you next time, the Rivenvale stream tomorrow night, 7:30 for the Cup Series. Till then, stay in your lane.